We still have tough days. But now we have direction. And I have the tools and resources I need to help my child thrive. No matter where you are on the path, Understood can help you keep moving forward. Visit understood.org/yourpath today.
VTR in Sports, powered by ESPN Radio. The games play here. Starting this Friday with college football, as the Virginia Tech Hokies host the Cal Bears, with coverage starting at 5:30. Then an SEC doubleheader on Saturday, starting at 3 p.m. with Alabama taking on South Carolina, then Texas A&M taking on LSU. Catch all the big games on VTRN Sports, 93.3 FM, 1320 AM, the VTRN Sports app, and stream on your smart speaker. Open VTRN Sports.
You're stepping into the fast lane on the VTRN Sports app. 93.3 FM and 1320 AM Lynchburg, or by asking Alexa or Google Home, open VTRN Sports Lynchburg. Now, take the fast lane through the topics that matter across the Commonwealth. This is the Fast Lane with Ed Lane.
You know, I'm going to be delusional and say I sound better, although Ed said I sounded worse than yesterday, so I don't know. Maybe I should go to the doctor. But here we are again in the studio once again on a Friday. Fast Lane with no Ed Lane, TJ and Ty in the studio today. I'm trying to get back into the stream as we currently speak. But while we do that, though, Ty, it's going to feel weird for you, kind of, I guess. I mean, it technically is a bye week for Jefferson Forest, even though when Monday came, it wasn't originally a bye week.
No, they were supposed to play Rustburg at Sabre Stadium, but apparently, like I told Trey that morning when they released the announcement, Tuesday, I think?
Yeah.
So Wednesday morning, I told Trey, I said, I've never seen this before. This never, my years playing football, I never seen this happen. This is so brand new. It's just a lot going on around the area. I was like, I never know they could do this. I didn't know this could happen. I'm kind of old school and everything.
Right. Well, I don't think Brad Bradley would have canceled a game, would he?
No, he wouldn't.
No, he wouldn't forfeit?
No.
No, he doesn't seem like the guy that would forfeit.
No.
But, I mean, excuse me. I mean, you look at this team, though. From what I've heard, they are extremely injured, to the point where they had multiple JV players taking starter positions for the team. And so they just decided to make that call. They said it wasn't worth it, and that a lot of parents actually stepped in apparently and made the call and said, hey, our child should not be in the game if he's hurt. He needs a chance to rest, Well,
it's football. They sign up for it. It's not like you could just say, hey, he don't need to play.
I agree.
It's the consequences that come with it. That's what people don't realize. In the game of football, you gonna be hurt. You gonna be hurt no matter what. So you gonna have to play hurt and everything.
No, I agree. And when it's an interesting situation though, and I understand where Rustburg's coming from though. So I will say I'm not going to take any sides here. I know it doesn't look good for Jefferson Forest, but it doesn't look good for Rustburg either. But I'm glad someone's taking the kids' health into it. I get, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're right, for sure. But either way, no Jefferson Forest tonight on our airwaves. Instead, though, short show today because we have Virginia Tech and California coverage beginning at 5:30. Kickoff will begin at 7:30. And that should be an interesting one. I'll be calling high school football. I won't be at that one, but Ty and I are excited. We're going to a game tomorrow, and we've been credentialed and approved by our bosses to go to UVA in Carolina tomorrow. We're going to go to Chapel Bill.
It's going to be interesting.
Why do I feel like UVA, they're a really good team. Why do I feel like UVA is going to play into it being a close game? I just have that feeling.
It's UVA. You don't know what you're going to expect.
I have that feeling.
I won't be surprised either.
Yeah.
I will not be surprised.
I think if Max Johnson plays, I think I'm more worried because I think Max Johnson's the better quarterback than Gio Lopez, in my opinion.
I agree with you on that
Yeah.
one. I agree with you.
I think Gio's still out, so I think we're still getting Max Johnson.
I mean, like I said, UVA. UNC's biggest struggle is quarterback play. That's one thing I could say. But one thing I also add to it, I told Trey, this is Bill Belichick's first year at UNC, so you can't just based off of one season say, "Oh, he's not a good coach." Like,
I agree.
you can't just base off coaches of one season. They still like get to know the players, but like have them learn the system, how he wants to run in there, how he wants to run it. So that's why I was like, it's like everybody's first year learning each other still during the season. But I think that second season, who he wants to bring in and they learn the system, it'll be different.
I agree. I think it's going to be interesting to see. I think UNC has this thing where they're either going to get blown out or it's going to be very tight knit, right?
Yeah.
And you look at last week's game against California. They should have won that game.
Yeah. And that's true.
Yeah. So I think there's competitiveness in Carolina. They're young. They've got a coaching staff that has more than football scandals around him. You know, he's got noise all around him, boosters that already want to say, goodbye, coach. We're done. And it's only 1 year. I mean, you talk about a guy that has barely got his feet planted.
Yeah.
And
this is his first year in college.
Yeah.
He's used to the NFL. But coach is coaching, but like,
and it is disappointing to see him not take off right away.
Yeah. I said this before, even
because when Lombardi makes the comment, we are the 33rd NFL team, I feel like you should show you're the 33rd NFL team and not let TCU run you over like a steamroller.
Yeah.
That's just me.
I mean, I agree with you on that one. But like I said, today's age, even like with coaching, they want you to win right away. They don't expect a process or like you to rebuild. You have to win right away. Even Nick Saban, he said it's wrong with today's game. Today's society is like you have to win right away now instead of just waiting, being patient.
I feel like in Hugh Freeze's example, I feel like, you know, Hugh Freeze has been at Auburn since 2022.
Yes.
And we're about 3 years into his tenure.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not seeing the success that you thought you would see after 1 or 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I get the frustration there because you've brought in all of these recruits and you're still losing out on close games. Granted, I will say that Georgia game, that ref screwed them over.
Yeah, definitely.
I will say there were controversial calls against Oklahoma,
mm-hmm.
but they had that Mizzou game.
Yeah.
That should have been won.
Yeah.
That Baylor game should have been won, and they blew it.
Mm-hmm.
So, excuse me, I'm sorry.
Obviously, they beat Baylor 38-24.
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. Never mind.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
There was another game that they were up again. I think it was it A&M?
I think it was A&M.
They were up on A&M.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they blew it in the end. I just think when you start seeing results where, hey, we haven't beaten Bama since Bo Nix was our quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't beaten Georgia since Nick Marshall was our quarterback. When are we going to start winning again? You know? And it's kind of the same with Penn State. Hey, congratulations, James. You did so well in the regular season, but when are we going to beat Ohio State? When are we going to beat Oregon? When are we going to beat Michigan? You know?
Mm-hmm.
And eventually, I guess you just get tired.
Yeah. So I just feel like it's
kind of like Pry. I mean, I understood why Pry got fired. I loved Brent Pry.
Yeah.
But I can understand after 3 years, it's like, all right, coach, you hadn't been beaten a Power 4 team yet, man, outside of the ACC.
And they've been like, what, the laughing? I say laughing stock. It's just like they always get the same results, 6-6, 6-6, or like when we go be
right
like an 8-4 or 8-3 or like a 10-2 or such and such. So that's like it's just like what you want, like what they want, like you're not seeing the expectation.
Right.
So I just feel like that's going on with Hugh Freeze. And then you look at the schedule, like most of the losses, Oklahoma, Texas A&M, Georgia, Missouri, they all like what 1.1 touchdown losses. I'm like, hey, like what's going on, man? We brought in what you need. You get everything. You're not giving us the results we were expecting.
No, for sure. But I will, and I agree. I loved what you said earlier. Coaches aren't getting enough time. And I hate that when coaches have a good year and then you have a down year after losing talent.
Yeah.
Like, one thing I despise about Liberty Twitter is Jamie Chadwell's head being on a pitchfork for some of these people.
I ain't gonna lie. I be getting some good laughs on
I
there.
do too,
It's so
man.
fun. I be getting the best laughs about it.
There's certain people
Like
on
when I
Twitter,
have a bad day, I just look on it and give me a good laugh at it.
right? Like, these are people that have been out of college for 14 years that want a young man's head on a platter already, and I'm just like, oh, all right, chill. We're not 11-1, so what? I do we want to win? Absolutely, but look at what we're competing with. Yes, we got the resources; it could be better, and I agree with a lot of John Manson's points. But I also will say that, and by the way, my comments are not at John Manson. By the way, it's on people on LU Twitter
Yeah.
that I have a problem with. John Manson's been doing one heck of a job for so long, for so many years. And we're about to go into our break, and then we'll do picks.
Yes.
So, yeah, I feel like there are coaches like James Chadwell. Give him some time. I mean, just a little bit. Bill Belichick, give him another year.
Yeah.
But
also adding to it, Conference USA, I think a lot of people felt they was underestimating on certain teams in Conference USA. And I was telling I don't know about this year because I think they got Liberty's number.
Ty, point out the teams you were telling me about real quick. Who are the two teams that you should be worried about?
I mean, if people, you gotta watch Kennesaw State.
Yeah.
Everybody's seen West Kentucky a little bit.
Well, tell us why Kennesaw State real quickly. Like, what do you see?
I'll talk about them boys a fast paced offense. They score quick, and defense wise, they hit you in the mouth. They don't wait.
You've seen Liberty games. You know how Liberty attacks those kind of offenses.
Yes, and they struggle a little bit, and you just that's when you I don't know about Liberty. They're gonna have to tighten up.
I watched Delaware for the first time the other day, and I gotta say, Delaware's got an interesting scheme.
Yes,
over there.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, man!
And they already seen Jacksonville State. They seen what they play against Jacksonville State.
Yeah.
They really put it on them.
Well, I tell you what, though, no JMU this week, no Liberty this week. Old Dominion's playing against App State. VT plays tonight. UVA and Chapel Hill. More picks to come, plus NFL. When we come back, Ty and I will give our picks. This is the Fast Lane.
Mark Dalton here with Terry Volkswagen. Get ready to fall head over heels for the perfect VW SUV. One size doesn't fit all, though, and that's why Volkswagen has an SUV for everyone. From the compact and affordable Volkswagen Taos to the tech-packed Tiguan and the spacious Volkswagen Atlas. No matter which one fits your lifestyle, you'll love the comfort, performance, and safety. Stop by Terry Volkswagen on Forest Road in Lynchburg or check us out online at terryvw.com. Terry Volkswagen. You'll love our cars.
In most things, it's hard to go from ordinary to extraordinary. It's easy with your home or business. Call the Concrete Wizard and transform your place into an extraordinary space. If you're tired of looking at unsightly concrete, then bring light to your old surfaces. Call the Concrete Wizard for free design consultations, free estimates, and fast professional concrete resurfacing. And visit theconcretewizard.com for ideas from other before and after photos.
You're seriously considering buying investment property, but you're unsure of all the steps. That's where we come in at Brownstone Properties. We're navigating different home investment journeys daily, just as we've done for decades. From buying with one of our licensed realtors to a full-service property management after the purchase, Brownstone Properties will walk with you step by step on your real estate investment journey. For a free initial consultation, call or visit us online today at brownstoneproperties.com.
Hey, small to medium business owners, if you're frustrated with slow IT support, high costs, or paying for services you just don't use, it's time for a change. Hi, I'm Colt with We Fix Stupid Computers. We provide reliable on-site and remote support tailored for businesses just like yours. And we go beyond just fixing problems. We empower your staff with real tech knowledge so they can work smarter every day. From repairs to training to full IT support, we save you time, stress, and money. Call We Fix Stupid Computers, 434-525-8590. We're smart support meets real savings.
Who will dress up as the villain? Who will be the Grim Reaper to their rivals' playoff ambitions? Find out in the latest chapter of Jefferson Forest Cavaliers football presented by TrozBall.com, Friday, October 31st, as the JF Cavaliers visit the Brookville Bees for a Halloween night showdown. Your Central VA Flooring kickoff show starts at 6:30 on the Virginia's Talk Station app, 100.9 FM Lynchburg, 95.5 FM Bedford, and Open Virginia Talk Radio Network on your smart speaker. JF Football is also presented by Crossroads Family Dentistry, Forest Youth Athletic Association, Meineke Car Care, and the Andy Matthews Insurance Agency.
Trick or treat!
Happy Halloween! And at InsaneRadioDeals.com and VTRN, we don't have any tricks up our sleeves, but we do have plenty of treats for you. 31% off of list price items for all food items, from 801 Raw Bar to Oliver's on Rivermont, Ballad Brewing to Downtown Cairo, Caribbean Jerk Pot, JD's Cafe, and the Yard on 5th Street. 31% off all food items at InsaneRadioDeals.com now through November 3rd.
It's so worth the drive to big savings at the Used Car Superstore on the Sheeler Motor Mile. Shop local and save more with exceptional service and selection. Your search stops here with over 900 pre-owned vehicles to choose from, plus a huge selection of new car brands in Southwest Virginia: Honda, Hyundai, Toyota, Subaru, Kia, Chevrolet, Mitsubishi, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. 11 new car brands, 900 used vehicles, all in one location. The Sheeler Motor Mile gives you more choices with pre-owned cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. Many have miles in the teens, remaining factory warranties, and some are even local one-owner vehicles. More than any other dealer in the area, plus exceptional service, selection, savings, and financing options, and top dollar for your trade. Volume selling means volume pricing, and we've got the volume with 11 new car brands and over 900 used vehicles, all in one location. And we're proud to support our local schools and community. The Used Car Superstore on the Sheeler Motor Mile, your premier car dealer, locally and family owned for over 50 years. I-81 exit 118C in Christiansburg. Call 866-SHEELER1. Always open at Sheeler.com.
Step into the Fast Lane 24/7 at Trey Lyle VT and Fast Lane Ed Lane on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and wherever you listen to podcasts. Now, back to the Fast Lane.
Want to give a shout out to one of our sponsors here, Colton from We Fix Stupid Computers. Want to shout him out. My computer's motherboard went out, and he was able to help me save the data from it. So, Colton, if you're listening, thank you for sponsoring VTRN, and glad to use your service. And I think everybody else should use your service because you were great and you gave us great rates. So, shout out to Colton, and also shout out to Oliver's on Rivermont, because my fiance and I went over there for dinner the other night and loved every minute of it. Great food. I had the smash burger with bacon in between, and oh, it was delicious. So go check Oliver's on Rivermont out, and if you need your computer or even your cell phone device fixed, go to Colton's from We Fix Stupid Computers. They're proud sponsors here, and we love them over here, so go check them out. All right, Ty, it's time to get to our picks, brought to you in part by Oliver's on Rivermont. All right, Ty, so we'll start off with tonight's game in college football, Cali and Virginia Tech.
I'm gonna go with Cal. I can't trust Virginia Tech. I'm just going with Cal.
I want to go with Virginia Tech but I'm gonna go with Cali as the safe bet. Ed has Virginia Tech. He said, "Look, Cal struggled against Carolina. That's all he needs." All right, we got the game you and I are going to, UVA and Carolina. I said UVA. You said UVA. Ed said UNC. He said a numbers play on the UVA offense struggling recently, but if Carolina is checking out, then UVA by 17 plus.
I agree with Ed on that one.
Yeah, I heard that on there. All right, here's a game I'm excited for, and it's going to be a game we're going to have to keep an eye on during UVA and UNC. It's Ole Miss in Oklahoma.
I'm going Ole Miss. I think right now Oklahoma, that Texas loss really hurt them bad. I just feel like I won't say a disaster, but I feel like one more loss, they might go into a disaster.
I agree. Look, Oklahoma, I think, is on the rebound, and they proved it with last week's win. Ole Miss needs this win more than anything, but I can see Oklahoma pulling off the upset because I trust Oklahoma's defense, and Ole Miss against the run, it's not great, and Oklahoma knows how to power through the run. Let's do South Florida and Memphis. This is probably the group of 5 game to watch out for, probably for the year. For a long time, it was Liberty and JMU, but it's South Florida and Memphis right now. We're talking about an automatic bid on the line here.
I picked Memphis. Memphis is a pretty good football team, but the group of 5 is really tight this year between the Memphis, South Florida, and JMU.
Yeah, I agree. What did you see from JMU that you last week that you loved, man? I mean,
They just defense too good, offense. Alonzo Barnett, he's so good. The system, just like you ain't got to do too much, but he knows where you take the opportunity.
Look, you said something interesting. If Chesney goes to VT, Alonzo Barnett goes with him.
I can see that.
You can see that,
but I feel like a guy like Chesney doesn't know how to win. They might try and bring him to Penn State, maybe.
We'll see. We'll see. Okay. I'm going to go with Memphis. Ed goes with South Florida. All right. App State at ODU, a team that we don't talk about that is in our Commonwealth. Both of these teams are 4-3, despite the fact that I put 4-2 for Old Dominion on the paper.
I'm going App State right now. ODU is going through a disaster moment right now. I'm going with App State.
I get it, but I feel like ODU is going to bounce back, and I love Colton, one of the best quarterbacks I've seen play this year. Give me ODU.
I like that pick.
All right, Bama and South Carolina. This game is on VTRN, 93.3 FM, one of 2 Saturday games to be playing. I'm going to go with Bama.
I'm going Bama, too.
Yeah, Ed's got South Carolina to cover, but he's got Bama winning. All right, Mizzou and Vandy. I'm excited for this one. This is another ranked matchup, and I'm going to ride the Vandy train all the way home. Diego Pavia for Heisman, baby.
See, I want to pick Vandy so bad. I want to pick, though, because a lot of people fall asleep on Vandy. But right now, I'm going to lean towards Missouri right now because of defense.
Mizzou has a great defense. I will agree with that. All right, let's see what we got here. Ed has Vandy, by the way. BYU and Iowa State, a nice little Big 12 matchup. Look out for BYU. I mean, there's injuries in Iowa State secondary. But here's a good point that Ed pointed out. BYU is not really a throwing team.
And that's true. And that's true about that. But I just feel like BYU is really going to test Iowa, their DBs.
Yeah, I'm gonna take BYU in this one. To A&M and LSU. Look, LSU needs this win badly, Ty. And
yeah, they do.
This is about the time where A&M likes to go up and then.
That's why I was like, I don't trust A&M still right now because I feel like they haven't played no good competition yet. So they run into some ranked teams, but I feel like LSU needs this win to keep Brian Kelly over the water.
If you got Whit Weeks back, I've got LSU winning this game. I'm gonna take LSU in this one. It's gonna be close though.
I think it's gonna be a 3-point. I think it's gonna be a field goal game.
My goodness. All right. Well, we got 5 minutes left in the segment and only 4 NFL games to pick. I'll tell you what though. I think the Panthers, if they can figure out how to handle Rico Dowdle and Chuba Hubbard sharing carries, they've got a strong run game there, Ty.
I mean, come on now.
I'm not saying the Panthers. Come on now. Come on.
The Panthers.
I'm not saying the Panthers are going to beat the Bills.
No. I agree with you on that one, but I was still. It's just Josh Allen. You can't go against Josh Allen.
I'm not going against Josh Allen, but I'm not going to stop believing in in the Panthers, man. I think
if they get everything right in that front office, I think the Panthers might be coming back on the rise.
I agree. I do think that if the Panthers clean up some things, they're maybe a quarterback away, maybe a couple of linemen away from being a good team because I like that defense.
Yeah, definitely.
Can we just say Derek Morgan's one of the most underrated defensive tackles in the league, by the way?
You're not wrong.
All right, Bills and Panthers. You've got Bills, right?
Yes.
All right, I got Bills. Ed's got Bills. What about, and by the way, all of these games are playing on VTRN that we're about to pick. You can go to VTRN, 93.3 FM, 1320 AM, Lynchburg, or south side of Gretna. Okay. Cowboys, Broncos. I'm going to be honest here. Look for, if you're starting CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens, be careful because that Broncos DB field is hard to get the ball past.
I'm leaning towards Broncos just because their defense, but their offense is, I think you can't go against Sean Payton's offense.
Look, Bo Nix has had some tough games.
Yeah.
But this is the kind of defense, the Cowboys defense.
That gets confidence back
up. Back in red. Yeah, exactly. All right, so Ed has Denver. I've got Denver. You've got Denver.
Yep.
Everybody gets Denver. How about that?
Yep.
Packers and Steelers. This is probably the best game, in my opinion, of the week. And I'm going to be honest, Jordan Love against top teams, man. I don't like it. I don't like it.
But me,
explain.
I just feel like Jordan Love might have a good game against the Steelers. I just feel it right now. So that's why I'm going with the Packers.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go with the Steelers. I don't like to go with the Steelers because I don't trust the Steelers, but they've surprised me this year. I could see them pulling off an upset. Ed has Pittsburgh capable of keeping it close and ugly, as he would say. If you had told me Jaden Daniels was playing, maybe I would give the Commanders a shot. Now, not saying Marcus Mariota doesn't do well. Cliff Kingsbury knows how to make quarterbacks look good.
Yeah.
But you're playing the Kansas City Chiefs, whose defense has tremendously improved. Patrick Mahomes has improved, and not a lot of injuries on the field. Washington has more injuries than the Chiefs right now.
Yeah, and I just feel like
more
Commanders,
of a complete team.
There's just a lot of injuries going on. The Commanders are facing reality right now. They're going to have Terry McLaurin and Debo back. But, I mean, Marcus Mariota is like Jaden Daniels a little bit, but like older, but like he's just not mobile as Jaden Daniels. So that's why I said, but I'm going to just go with the Chiefs on this one.
Shout out to Lake Lewis and Seawall that'll be at that game at Kansas City. Wishing them safe travels. Everybody's got the Chiefs on this one. All of those games, by the way, playing on VTRN Sports on 93.3 FM, 1320 AM Lynchburg. Well, I will say, the NFL slate might not be the greatest, but I will say I did something I haven't done in years, Ty, since before we close the show.
Mm-hmm.
I'm starting Daniel Jones in my fantasy team because he's playing the Titans defense.
I mean, you see how Daniels don't. You see Daniel Jones been playing.
Hey,
I don't blame you,
dude. The Colts are the number 1 seed right now.
I'll say this: you know who deserves a lot of credit that people don't realize?
Steichen.
Yes,
he's
a quarterback friendly guy. He knows how to work with quarterbacks, just like the same way with Kevin McConnell and Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah, man.
They will make sure like, oh, let's work with quarterback. Let's get him better. Now he's playing like a top quarterback.
Look, if he can figure out how to fix AR, I will give him all the highest praise in the world, man.
Definitely.
All the highest praise. That defense is something else. They are ferocious, man. Well, that's all for us here at the Fast Lane, Ty. We got a long journey ahead of us. I got to go call a game for a competing station, Amherst and EC Glass on my end.
Mm-hmm.
You and Ed get the night off, though, so you'll be watching VT and Cal, and then I'm sure you'll have your opinions of it on the morning warm-up on Monday.
Definitely, I will.
Well, that's all from us here, but thank you for tuning in, guys. We'll say you so long.
Is a Playfly presentation of the Virginia Tech Sports Network. It's game day in the